Hey everybody, welcome to the Comic Core. As always, I'm Bueller. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's okay, because I'm doing this video for the Comic Core channel, which is a great channel. I'm actually one of the hosts on the Friday night Comic Core live that we do, so make sure you check it out. But I wanted to do this video for the Comic Core because they've been always very helpful to me, and I just wanted to do it. And a lot of the members on the Comic Core are big DC fans, and that's one category I'm not really up to date with, but I wanted to show you guys my top 50 DC books. Now, full disclosure, this is going to be part 1, and my knowledge on DC is not that great. So the books I'm going to show you are just favorites of mine. Some of them have some value, and some of them might have value that I'm not aware of, so feel free to let me know if I'm showing any books that do have some value, or if I'm missing some plot points about that book as well. But let's go ahead and show you my top 50 favorite DC books. The first one I have here is Flash number 237. This has Flash, and then I believe Reverse Flash on there, which is pretty cool because he's got a yellow suit instead of a red suit. So I like that one. And then this one is a recent book I picked up. This is Superboy, and this is number 142. And I just am a big fan of that cover. I like the gorilla Superman thing going on. I think that's pretty funny. And then I got some gold shininess. This is Hawkman number 1. Another neat looking book. And we got the Lobo, and this is number 1 of 4. This is Lobo's limited series. Kind of a cool character. And then I have a bunch of Batman books, so there's no particular order that these are in. But this is Detective Comics number 523, and this is Batman. He's versus one of my favorite villains, Solomon Grundy. I love that villain. So, and then I have a week 1 of the 52. It starts here. I thought that was always been a very cool book. And let me set these ones down. And this one is, there's actually 4 books for this one, but it's one book. This is Batman Legend of the Dark Knight. This is the number 1. This is that one that came out in 1989. And of course I have all the colors. There's the other one. And then the pink one. And then the orange one. So I remember buying tons of these. It's one of my favorite books. And speaking of books that have, it's the same book but 2 different covers. This one right here, Justice League of America number 1. That's one side. And then that's the other side to it as well. Also Justice League of America number 1. I think if you put them together there, forms one thing. It's kind of cool, right? And then of course this is going to make it in there because, you know, I'm a Marvel fan. This is DC versus Marvel Comics. And so there you go. Have to show that one because, you know, Marvel guy. So they crossed over. Kind of cool. And we have Batman Shadow of the Bat. This is the collector's pack. Never been opened. Is that kind of cool? Nah, they're like $1. And then I have Starfire number 1. It's kind of a neat book. And then these are my favorite. This is Tales of the New Teen Titans Cyborg number 1. Always thought that was a cool character. And another one of my favorite characters for DC, Firestorm number 1. Awesome, very similar covers there, obviously. And then we have Ragman number 1, another neat, cool character. And Mr. Miracle number 1. And I'm reading the new series right now, Mr. Miracle, and I'm liking that a lot. And this is just an older Superman book. I think this is my oldest Superman book. This is number 172. This is a 12 center. Just a neat cover. And then I picked this one up recently this year, I think. This is the Watchmen, the Doomsday Clock one. This is number 1. And this, I think, is like the midnight variant that came out. That's kind of neat. And then I have a Flash number 297 with Captain Cold on it. Another cool book. And then I have Flash number 282. We got ourselves some Green Lantern on this one. That's nice. Sticking with the Flash. This is the Flash number 1 from the new 52 series. Big fan of the Flash. Cool character for DC. And of course, I gotta throw in there a shiny cover because it's pretty cool looking. This is Superman number 166. Nice shiny bumper cover. Kind of neat. And then Superboy number 1. Got that one. Looking all strong, I guess. And then we're back to some Batman books. This is Detective Comics number 604. This is part 1 of the Mud Pack. I like that storyline. And then I have the Batman Adventures number 1. That's from the cartoon that we all used to watch. And then Batman number 433, The Many Deaths of Batman, part 1 storyline. And then number 427, Death in the Family, part 2. We all remember that one, right? And this is just a fun cover. Detective Comics presents Batman together again with Harvey Bullock. This is number 549. Kind of cool to see Harvey on there. Alright, let's set these down. And then this one right here is Batman 497. This is where he gets his back broken. And then we have some Green Lanterns now. I remember this book. This came out in 1990. Green Lantern number 1. I think we all probably bought that book when it came out. And then Tales of the Green Lantern Corps number 1. And then we have number 2. And Green Lantern and Green Arrow number 5. This is a reprint, I think, of that one storyline, if I'm not mistaken. And we have Green Arrow number 1. It's a 4-part limited series. And then this is another one of those 90s books that was everybody probably got. This is Robin number 1. Kind of nice. And then I like this series, but I don't have them all. This is The Joker. This is his limited series. It's number 5. For some reason, I always find number 5. I own like 3 copies of this one and none of the other ones, so I'd like to get them. And of course, I got to show these. This was one of my favorite cartoons on Saturday morning. This is the Superpowers number 1. It's got Darkseid on there. And this is another Superpowers number 1 from a different volume. And Batman number 408. And this has some significance. I don't remember, but it does. And this one is kind of neat. This is Joker's daughter, number 1 one-shot. So he had a daughter. And this is my oldest Hawkman book. This is number 10. And this one has seen much better days. We're getting down there, folks. Another cool series. And honestly, I didn't even know that this is a DC character. But The Shadow, number 1. Very cool. And then I have Swamp Thing number 1 from the New 52. And just a really neat looking cover. This is 50 countdown. It's got that classic Joker cover on there, right? And then I have a 52 week 11. This is the first Batwoman, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of a cool book. And then this one right here is the Batman 404. This is year 1, part 1. And I don't have the other 2 parts, but I do have part 4 of that one. So I'm missing 2 and 3. And then we have Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. I like that one. This is number 1. Kind of cool. Set those down. We're almost done. Got Teen Titans Go, number 1. Kind of a nice book. And then we have Alien Alliance Invasion, book 1. And this is a Todd McFarlane book. So that's why I have that one. And then the very last one I'm going to show. And I just picked this up recently this year. This is Shazam, number 1. And right now, as far as not a Batman title, it'd be probably my favorite DC book that I have. Okay, like I said, this is part 1. I'll be doing part 2 very soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll be doing more videos on the Comic Core channel. Thanks for your time, and take it easy, okay? Have a good one. Bye.